Hey, I'm Yadira, a furniture guru at Kimiko Designs, and today I'm going to show you the use of alternatives in CET. This is a tool that I will normally use for doing test fits or even for using different finishes for the same application. This is a tool that you can use for certain projects. I would recommend not to use it when you're doing revisions because the drawings might get too big. Some people like to do that, but just be careful on the way you use alternatives. So let's see. So let's say that we want to create different alternatives for the same storage, but with different pools to show options to the clients. So the first thing we need to do is go to our Tools tab, click on the alternatives, and then if you have the Keep Camera Position checked, that way when you create a new alternative, if you render it, you'll have the same angle. So let's say for alternative 2, we'll have a handle pool, and for alternative 3, we'll have jazz. And let's just make another one like a bar pool. So that way, if you go to your different views, you'll see that all of them are in the same position and that they have the different pools. So I have another drawing that has more of detail that you can make good use of alternatives. So let's say we're doing a test fit and we want different layouts. I created them in the process that I showed you before. So once you have all the different layouts, you can always go into your different alternatives and switch in. So for example, if we're going to do the, you can insert your title blocks or whatever you need. So let's assume there's a title block. So when we go here, you will just check your box and select the alternative that you want to show, and it'll be positioned in the exact same room that you had. It'll just change the layout. This is one of the reasons that I love using this. That way you always have the same position and you can always select whatever. Let's see this option 4. Okay, so all of them are in the same position. So let's say that we're gonna create a rendering or a 3D view for all of those. So it's the same thing. For example, on this one, let me open my alternatives. I created view for this room and I rendered it. So if I go to my Photo Lab tab, I will have that render saved. So if I change to my alternative 2 and I get into that Photo Lab, I'll have the exact same angle. And when I render, it'll render the exact same angle. You'll see once we save it and place it on our drawing, you see what I'm talking about. So we save it and we say this will be number 2. And let's do one more just for the training purposes. So if I go to my 3D, to my Photo Lab, sorry, and I rendered this one, then I'll have my 3 different views and with the same angle. Okay. Save it as number 3. save. Sometimes it doesn't show up here, but it does save. Like if it's 100%, sometimes I think it's when I'm sharing my screen that this may happen. So once we go here, let's say we want to create the same layout. So we just select test suite number 2, and then I double click my image, select number 2, open it, and you'll see the exact same location. And here we can do the same process. So let's see, we test with 3, we double click, we select 3, you open, and everything's pretty much, let's just delete this one to create a PDF with those 3 alternatives. Create a PDF. So this is a way to create your views in a very standard visual in which everything's pretty consistent and you have the same location, the same angle. And this is the kind of thing that I use alternatives the most. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I'm one of the person who definitely loves alternatives. Thanks for watching, and I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Head over to our tips and tricks playlist for more furniture fun. As always, don't forget to subscribe and comment, letting us know what you'd like to learn from us. See you in the next one.